train heading home, my boyfriend's childhood female friend couldn't get a ticket, so he directly took someone else's seat next to us by force. Just before the train departed, a plain-looking middle-aged woman stood beside them and said that was her seat, but neither of them had any intention of giving it up. I forced my boyfriend to return the seat to its rightful owner. His childhood sweetheart, sulking in protest, stood the entire journey. She suffered a miscarriage and bled to death. He calmly arranged her funeral and then married me. But on the day I went into labor, he bought me standing tickets and forced me to endure 3 days and nights on the high-speed train. When he saw me bleeding profusely, he laughed with maniacal arrogance. Alice, this is what you owe Daisy Miller. If you had not stopped me that day, she wouldn't have died. When I opened my eyes again, my boyfriend was glaring furiously at that woman, ready to lash out. But what he did not know was that the plain-looking middle-aged woman was the wife of the local underworld leader. The local underworld leader was well known for his affectionate treatment of his wife. Alice, can you please stop being so sensitive every time I am with Daisy? I'm warning you. Don't interfere this time. She is pregnant and she must sit here. Larry Jones, my boyfriend, warned me in a hushed voice. His warning snapped me back to reality. I glanced at the embarrassed middle-aged woman standing next to the seat and at my own hand that had already stretched out to stop him. That was when I realized I had truly been reborn. My friend is pregnant, so why don't you give up your seat for her? You look perfectly healthy and it'll be okay to stand for a while. Larry's words brought me back to my senses. Daisy, who'd been silent beside us, glanced at me, then gently tugged Larry's sleeve. Larry, I think Alice is a bit upset. Don't fight because of me. If it is really too much, I'll just stand the whole way. She began to put on the same stubborn expression she had used in my previous life and started to rise as she spoke. Clearly, Larry had a seat, if she truly felt uncomfortable. Nancy could have sat in Larry's seat, but she insisted on standing out of spite and using my anger as an excuse. She demanded that Larry vent her anger on me. This time around, I won't be so foolish. As I remembered how affectionate the underworld leader was toward his wife after we got off the train in my past life, I couldn't help but smile. Then I looked at Larry, who was glaring at me, and said calmly, I am not angry. Go ahead. You two can do whatever you want. It has nothing to do with me. Then I sat down in my seat and put on the earphones. Larry was too stunned to react, but before long, he lost his energy to care for me anymore. That was because the middle-aged woman had taken the opportunity when Daisy got up to put her bag in the seat. Instantly, Larry's face darkened. He grabbed the woman's bag and slammed it hard onto the floor. What do you think you're doing? Didn't you hear what I just said? My friend is pregnant. Can't you just give up your seat? How can you be so rude? Seeing her bag thrown to the floor, the woman grew frantic. Her voice broke with tears. This bag holds free-range eggs that I brought from the countryside for my husband to nourish him. If you threw it like that, the eggs must be all broken. She bent down clumsily, and when she opened the bag, a pungent, fishy stench assaulted her nose. Sure enough, the entire bag of eggs had shattered into a yellowish egg soup, which started to leak out of the bag toward the crowded area. The people around them covered their mouths and stepped aside. When Daisy saw the scene, she turned away and retched. If they're broken, so be it. They weren't worth much anyway. As compensation, I'll give you some money and we'll buy this seat too. As he said that, Larry took out $75,000 from his pocket and threw it into the egg liquid. The woman picked up the money one by one from the egg liquid, then placed it on the small table in front of Daisy. Young man, I don't want your money. I just want my seat back. I just had surgery on my leg and can't stand for long. My husband fought for this seat for 3 days and nights. I won't trade it for any amount of money. When Daisy looked at the $75,000 bills that were now covered with egg liquid, she started retching again. Pinching her fingers, she pushed the money to the floor and grabbed Larry's hand. Forget it, Larry. I am not sitting here. It is so dirty and troublesome.